Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order.
Try again.
Meet your maker.
Greet the Reaper for me.
I'm ready. Meet your maker.
Once I was a crusader for the Divine Order. I pledged my life to Lucian the Divine. The war changed everything. He sent me to save the elves I grew up amongst. I arrived too late. Lucian ordered the use of death fog against the Black Ring, annihilating everyone I once knew in the process. Now I'm a mercenary killer, one of the infamous Lone Wolves. And my next target is none other than Lucian's own son.
Oh, don't stare. How would you look after eons in some ghastly crypt? Your people are rather prone to death. Mine are not. Yet when I emerged from my completely unjustified imprisonment, I found them gone. Our culture forgotten. Any trace of the world I knew all but obliterated. I must even hide my true face beneath an ever-shifting mask for fear you savages will attack me. That is how I wander this strange world, trying to uncover the truth about a history you primitive people never even knew existed.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared, and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
Still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. The sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now. No need.
Well now, aren't you a curious sight? If I'd had a mask to hide my bones as well as yours, maybe I'd still be walking around today. Where'd you get it? There can't be many curios like that in the world. No, you're here to be collared and shipped like a beast in a cage. Any other pile of bones and they'd suspect, but you, not even your yowl gives you away. I've never heard such silken tones from a naked skull. How much do you think I get out? All I know is there are more like you. Well, not quite like you. But sorcerers collared on this tub, all heading to Fort Joy. Beyond that, your guess is as good as mine. Still, you'd best keep that mask on. The living don't take kindly to seeing their future staring back at them.
And now you are silent. If only all humans were so thoughtful. An animal sty. Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
this again. Boring.
Did you expect a needle? You are you, but more. You look to your hands, your belly, your feet. Flesh you don't know, moulded into unfamiliar shapes. You cradle your aching head, where another's memories and wisdoms mix with your own. Your fingers trace a line from your head to your face, feeling not the creases of the mask, but the porous surface of new skin. You lower your arm, blink twice, and step forward in this new...
How crude. I've seen more intricate design in a butcher's slab. How crude. I've seen more intricate design in a butcher's slab.
Did you expect a needle?
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sore. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
You better stop before you hurt yourself. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
Easy now. Why don't you move along? Get some fresh air. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always done. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let... Go ahead. She with the body.
you can.
Be good, you scallywags.
You look like my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
Is that right? I've got a few questions for you.
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La la la.
Bloody
I'm here because I'm magic. Are you here?
Please, please, please.
That's enough now.
Well, well. What have we here? A fresh face in this stale hell. Let's size you up, shall we? See if you'll do.
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
My, we are fierce, aren't we? Not to worry. I'll soon remedy that. Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook?
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
In which case, I take it your cuisine is limited to the introduction of eggs to hot water. How disappointing.
Your kind always hung close.
On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic, a bag is as good as a shirt kind of style. I shouldn't on then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Goodness gracious me, what a bore. Off with you. Quite...
Can we just skip to the part where
I spent my life singing. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat behind this very wall. The indignity.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep quiet long enough for me to listen.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
No.
There's nothing else I can make.
The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from interested parties. The Joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show. Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Not interested in the son of the divine himself. I don't blame you one bit. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You? What?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
And I don't intend to do away with the custom.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sob-story.
Maybe that has the Magisters more concerned than your appetite.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates. Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can...
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers, watching, staring at them, hoping that none would stare back. You were thinking of flesh. Or, to be rather more precise, the pleasures of the flesh. Those that have eluded you for so long. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep, so to speak. But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hand you right over the side of this ship with it.
Here to register, sir. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir. But we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though,
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Mask! She stole it. If these savages see me without it, they will have my skull for a goblet. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. Your fingers clack against the wood, and you suddenly it doesn't budge.
Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
You touch the door groans open.
Death fog? Good thing I'm immune. Still, this means trouble. God damn it! I need to get off this wreck. Quick.
At one of the nearby ropes.
They said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time to get the hell out of here.
But wait! There's still people down there!
You wonder briefly about the prospects of an undeath lived beneath the sea, the darkness, the terrors. You clench your eyes and brace for impact.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant. Am I the lone survivor? Depending on one's definition of survivor, of course. Ah, Brachus Rex. I've read his history. Quite gruesome, even for a human. Mortals look at this and think it's old. It's rather adorable, really. Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore. Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red colour. Could he be... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
Indeed. Well, you certainly have a lot of nerve, haven't you? To act all high and mighty after what you've done. No need to play the innocent with me. Word has reached me, through a very sour grapevine indeed, that you turned your back on your fellow passengers back on that ship. Left us to fend for ourselves. So much easier, isn't it, to look out for oneself alone? Of course I did. Takes more than some oversized cuttlefish to get the better of me. Besides, you'll find I wasn't complaining. I was making a point. About oneself. Alone. So, if there's nothing further... I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World-Tamer, the Spouse of the Sun. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. This and that? Tag along? Do you really mean to compare the fate of an empire to whatever? On the other hand, I really could do with a dog's body, even if it's the sort that leaves others to rot on a sinking ship. Fine, I accept. On one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with a dreamer. One of the mystics of my kind. I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of my company. Jolly good. Oh, my word, how you do astound me. But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold the petty prejudices of common folks. In fact, I prefer the exceptional in all things. Your secret is safe with me. So, now that that's settled, first things first. Even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Ah, hello, small, furry creature. How do you do?
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused. The cat's eyes are clouded and it appears...
Now speak. I am a proud loyal
We already know the truth, Magister. Now speak.
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of subverting our cause.
Atusa, please.
Your Godwoken has asked you a question. Answer him. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Stay silent, you!
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the Void destroy it. Dallas?
Yes, Your Holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Listen.
The Lizard Magister, or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
She was a lizard, yet a magister. No matter her reasons, her penalty was fair.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day. I told him at noon exactly, didn't I?
The cat's eyes are clouded. It appears confused.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize him. It's Ifan, who you...
Just stand aside, won't you, mate? This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you. You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the Magisters enforcing round here. A fool never knows what they've got till it's well and gone. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
And neither will I.
We got a system, and it looks like you...
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here first. I'll catch up with you there later.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.
Ifan rolls his sleeves back down and casually wipes some blood from his cheek. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say, you were...
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Suit yourself. Probably wise, given the rashes you can pick up around this place. Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place? Everyone needs to make a living. I make mine.
The little black cat trailing you hisses at him, hair raising a ridge along its back. Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling. He shoots you a flinty look, all teeth and peril.
Lone wolves only share such information with friends. Are we going to be friends?
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us alive. Can do. Onwards.
He scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are.
Amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal, the woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption fitted with 5 long metal skewers.
And what you after?
Come again? You another friend of Niles? I told that Magister freak to get back to his little dungeon in the keep, and I'll tell you the same. Now get the hell out of my face! Who in that right?
As you approach the unsmiling Magister, Ifan catches your arm and speaks to you with some urgency.
I need to talk to this one for a few moments. Alone.
Ifan strides up to the Magister, speaking in a calm and controlled voice. Though you can't hear what he whispers, the Magister's face turns whiter than snow as he hands a note to Ifan with shaking hands.
Don't! I'll give you the information.
Ifan walks back to you, leaving the quivering wreck of a Magister behind. When he catches your eye, he winks. The Magister stares at the ground.
The Divine is dead. The Bishop is all we have left. It'll be a last as well.
Her voice trails to silence.
I do wish Alexander would ascend sooner rather than later. Oh, yes, but who didn't then? I put my faith in the Bishop. They say his powers are not. It's quite the pickle.
Farewell, my furry friend.
Go on.
Ifan catches you looking over at him.
What?
He barks a laugh. Then...
I wanted some information. That Magister wanted to negotiate. I negotiated. Oh, it's just practice. All in the way you set your jaw, lad. I'll teach. I only do it when it's necessary. And it was necessary back there. He wanted me to kill someone. I didn't want to kill them. Being a little... That's about the size of it for me, all right.
After reading the scrap of paper he took from the Magister, Ifan marks a spot on...
Is that thing eating corpses?
The creature heaves through lips gummed with human gore. It turns to you with great effort.
You. Quite lost. Now, a little query. Where grows the yarrow? Quickly now, for I haven't much Maybe I unscrew your lid and poke about inside and set your memory straight. Would that please you? Can you not remember? Are you mad?
You're not trying to escape, are you? Is mine. I'm fading.
He smacks your hand away.
You're trying to kill me, ain't you?
Git! Those bleeding fools think they run the place. But I showed them. Sure. It's your ugly mug out.
The old dog whimpers sadly. Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond features. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under. Her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze. No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking. I see. It does so satisfy to have a purpose in—
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in bone. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diet.
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a bad old time, a lizard cut this living scar, into my cheek. The mark of a slave, but now I'm free. Of sorts. And I've traced that lizard here, to Fort Joy. I intend to raise the subject with him.
She drives the needle in deeper and—
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my— That makes you a liability. That makes you needle feed.
A bright sparkle of laughter follows your
Ha! How amusing. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape. How you do tickle me. Most of the misguided deers around here would argue— I'm inclined to agree. You managed to catch me off guard, after all. Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? You know what? Today is a rather fine day. Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yeah, I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and—
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Then again, I already knew I'd have to push. This may strike you as, rather eccentric.
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly. You can't help but contemplate with both
Yes. Let's discuss our— Yumi and Death will be playing many a round of hide-and-seek. So, as a rogue, my speciality is stealth. Suits me fine. Lead on, or better than follow me.
You're not quite certain you'll ever sleep soundly with—
You forget my name here?
So, this is Fort Joy.
Surely you'll have one.
What a crumbling disaster.
Oh, excuse beasts.
Griff is slowly, methodically peeling the skin from a potato.
What? Who's asking?
He smirks and holds the little knife up to the light.
I'm listening. Can't help you there. If I could, sure. Have a look. Good stuff, huh?
If a magister finds this on you, you forget my name here? Take your coin then.
Sure. Have good stuff, huh?
Here's the goods. Like you wanted. Take your coin, then.
Thugs. They'll cure you of your sauce. Nightshade will cure you of an headache, too.
He points the tip of his blade.
I solve my own problems.
Nice. Heading into the kitchen? Don't try anything funny around Griff. Ha! Cheeky. What's your name? I'm Butter. Nice to meet you. You mean it? Or is that another line of yours? I used to... Joining up with Griff's the closest thing you can get to security around here. Everyone talks a big game when they get here. Big...
She laughs.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Look, I have an idea. I know we don't know each other very well, but time is so short and a connection is so rare. If we get out of here, will you meet me again in Arks?
She leans forward.
Until then.
An odd-looking young woman is staring intently at the statue to the divine. Her head snaps to you mechanically. Light suddenly flashes back into her face.
Hi. Who are you, some guy? I'm Losa. Pleased to meet you. Ah, it's nothing really. It's just... I'm just a bit... well, a bit... Put it like this. You've never been a host, I bet. That's because you're an infested clump of leaves on the side of the road. That ain't bad, though. I'd give just about anything to... But I'm a roadside inn. Red door, flowers out front, friendly lady at the door beckoning you in for half price. Like a goddamn gold star inn for the disembodied.
She gives you a searching look.
You seem pretty well adjusted. Ain't that just the truth? So, how are you enjoying the joy? So true. And you can stay as long as your heart desires, free of charge. So, you want to check this place out and don't worry, by the by. I forgive you for leaving me to drown on that ship. One of the kiddies on board made it out alive. Told us it hasn't stopped me from thinking it'd be a good idea to travel together. It does, right? Before we head out, Lately I've been into the enchanting arts. Sounds fine. Yeah? Hey, wait a sec. It looks till then.
The shrine depicts Lucy and the Divine, avatar of the 7 gods. It does not react.
Shrine, by the looks of it.
The sun shines bright upon this island. We may see no bars, but we are firmly behind them here and now. As I hunt for answers... Ha! Nonsense. Ha! Shouldn't be too hard, trust me. May require some...
A little reprieve from the din outside.
Right in the eye! Wait, I call a timeout!
Thank you for your help with that, thug. Rare is the human who goes against their own for an elf.
The elf appears momentarily puzzled by your comment.
As far as I'm concerned, you are noble and just in both actions and appearance. I am in your debt. I hear of no escapes. The only way out is through in this cave. We trust the healer. She's young. Wait, before... I am not here without your help. I do not forget. Thank you.
You're cheating! You're too slow! Wait, I call a timeout! I know they help. Wait, I call a timeout! I feel him, but I do not see him.
The young girl's eyes are covered, but she turns...
Hello, stranger. A strange person from a strange town. I see it before my eyes. It is not so bad. I know which day. Your life is not your own. Your life is for us all.
Her eyebrows shoot up.
There can be a way. Amiro knows. But he is gone. Do you see him? My protector, my friend. An elf like me, with a spirit brighter. He is caught by those who hurt him. I wish so much for his return. And he tells you what you seek. A way out. You bring me great peace. I see something that helps. I see a lizard. He is a lizard of many... Yes, please ask. Feel him, but I... Wait, I call a timeout!
Leave him be. Don't make me say it again.
Listen, I can help you if you just...
Shut up, elf.
Don't tell anyone where you got this, eh?
This clown? Caught him stealing from my kitchen. Still won't say where it supplies. Crate of food, citrus in particular. He'll talk, or he'll die quiet. Ain't been here long, have ya? No one gets to have it all.
He twirls his knife between his fingers.
Divine's gone. This blade is the only god watching over Fort Joy. Listen up. Back off.
Not like this. There's too many of them.
Alls I want is my supplies. Perhaps if those bleeding dwarves didn't eat so much.
Griff glances from his blade. To you...
You already know the terms. Nothing else to say.
You forget my name here?
Keep it down, will ya?
An elf, caked in...
You... believe what he says? That I am a thief? Perceptive. Like most men behind bars, I'm innocent. I do. I prepare it myself. One only has to follow, but you guess I need something too. Griff tells you, does he not? I tell you what I know. But first, I know a way out. I show you. And you? Finally, Griff releases me if he sees I do not have what he misses. After I am free, you are free. I see no one. In fact, I only hear the sound of Griff. Griff is a powerful man. Power is mysterious. In case I intend no harm. I want only some provisions. You understand. Thank you.
As soon as I saw that glint in your eye, I knew we'd make a solid team. Oh, come on, lad. I can take care of myself, as you can see.
Ifan nods, and...
I know that look well enough. You're about to pop, ain't ya? Why don't you enter? Nothing I can tell you.
A moment's pause. I had thought us too wicked for rest.
You're scared.
I'd say we're making good progress already now.
Ifan tips his finger.
You come to fight. You come to prove yourself. You come...
Good. Who aids you? Choose wisely. Whether you fail or succeed, you do not fight more.
walk among us.
You don't become the one by winning just a match or two. I'm the only one with the guts. I deserve it.
Day brings us one step closer.
I got that special shipment he was asking after. Got it.
Ain't fit for beasts.
Mind your manners round Griff, eh?
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure. Please.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the...
Say it again. What you said about my wife. Go on. Piss off. Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather...
A flat smile twitches across Balladier's lips.
She never did like you. Bastard.
50 bottles of tea. Make the hinges rust.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back toward the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Murder's a big word. And no, this here's a bed for someone 1,000 times better than that snake. Rest her soul. The love of my life. Gret.
He tenderly runs a hand along the coffin's side panel.
If she were here, she'd tell me this plank is crooked. Chastise me for using warped wood.
The man holds a hand to his cheek for a moment.
I found you, didn't I?
Red, they said. Red, then dead. Not an attempt, mate. Time's up, Your Highness. It's stabbing time.
Damned nuisance these assassins are. It's their frightful manners I mind the most, really. Well, that was rather fun, wasn't it? Oh, one gets used to this. I'll tell you what, though. Whomever wants me out of the picture will have to do all those bumblers they've sent.
The woman looks out on the gently lapping wave.
Haven't seen you around here before. New? Well, most certainly. You here alone?
She gives you...
You think some of us haven't got anyone? It's nothing. Used to be, I had, then they brought us here. I could... Now I'm just waiting for him to call my name.
Her eyes sparkle.
Kind of you to ask. Stefan. He was my little one.
She talks for some time about birthdays, about Felix's prickly bit. Joy radiates from her as she...
What a gift to think of them. Take care of yourself.
Here you are. I wonder what keeps you. Tell me your tale. Ah, your tongue is not... We are unfamiliar, yet familiar. So tell me. Start from the beginning. Start from where you come. I see, I see. Now tell me more. Tell me what you do. Tell me what you... I understand. Now tell me how your story ends. To draw back the veil, and we can see the things we lose. Not with our eyes. It is nothing. Many...
Just as you're about to address the lizard, the Red Prince bars you with an outstretched arm.
This man is a dreamer. As you know, I need a word with him. You may wait here while I speak. Permission indeed.
He bids the dreamer stand up and pay attention. The dreamer then chews and swallows a handful of Drudene leaves before slipping into a trance-like state. He falls asleep. To your surprise, the Red Prince lies down and follows suit. The Red Prince pinches the bridge of his nose in apparent irritation before turning his back on the jabbering dreamer. You receive a withering glance.
A deserved bit of sarcasm, I suppose. Turns out I'm being hunted by an enemy I didn't know actually existed. The dreamers, though, they're on my side. And of course it is. I was born, but to keep it, I must find a second... Bahara is her name.
You know, I could tell you all about swamp dreamers too if I chewed that much Drudene.
Oh, do hold your prickly tongue.
You are in the wrong place, Pinky. Fear? Never mind.
Oh, my unlikely friend. What do you need?
I feel him, but I do not see him. I am glad to see you. You feel me? Ah, you help him. Your open heart, you bless me.
This hole is too small for you to squeeze into.
Shua, shua, shua.